Hey, it's Dave Nimick with Keller Williams, bringing you the April 2022 real estate market update for the city of Chicago and many of its most popular neighborhoods. Put in the title here, Are the Tides Turning? And it has been such a strong market for 2 full years and many years before that, but it's been just unconscious, phenomenal market the past couple of years. I am seeing some slight signs of things slowing down and becoming more of a normal market. Nothing to be overly concerned with, and a lot of the underlying reasons why, for instance, the mortgage meltdown happened back in 2007, 2008, don't exist for us now, which is fortunate. But I am seeing signs, especially surprising for April, which is normally a busy, very solid time. The numbers are looking good, but some of the indicators are pointing to things slowing down a little bit. So the numbers in this report aren't necessarily going to reflect it. They're going through March. But I suspect that numbers going forward may start to show it as we get a little later in the year. Nonetheless, let's get going with the market report. And as always, these are the things that we'll be reviewing: supply and demand, appreciation, days on market, and sales to list ratio. So without further ado, let's get rolling. So for the city as a whole, supply has been up both for March and year to date. Supply has been up. Demand has actually also been up, which is good across the entire city. And prices have been looking pretty solid. Nothing scorching, but showing good solid increases. So no signs of major concern. These numbers are a little more normal. Last year, 2021, over the entire year, saw between 16 and 17% appreciation. So this is showing about 5.5%. And as far as market times, those are down. So that is good throughout the city. And sales to list ratio is up slightly. So all in all, single families, encouraging numbers. Condos, these numbers for the most part have been very good. Year to date, a little bit better than the March numbers. March number demand was down a little bit, but demand year to date has been up. Overall, the prices have been up a little bit, not a ton, but they have been up. Overall market time has been the same year to date. And sales to list ratio varied slightly for March, but throughout the year is pretty much just a little bit above where things were last year. So all in all, good, solid numbers for the city. So Lincoln Park, which is often the gold standard for many of the neighborhoods in the city, has had a tough start to the year. Honestly, single-family homes prices are down over 10%. And last year, Lincoln Park had an absolutely phenomenal year. So these numbers are surprising because they are down both for just the month of March and then also year to date. Supply has also been down really substantially, which I have been seeing throughout the city and North Shore as well. Market time has also been down, so that's been a plus. But some surprises for single-family homes thus far. Condos, the demand has been down slightly year to date. Overall, though, the supply has also been down much more than demand. So that has not been any concern. And prices have been up throughout Lincoln Park for condos. So that's been a plus. And market time and sales to list ratio have also been in healthy areas. So surprising with single family homes, condos have a little better report card. I'm certainly hoping that single family homes turn it around a bit for Lincoln Park. So Lakeview, which for single family homes and condos had kind of a mediocre year last year, single family homes are making up for it this year. Thus far, year to date, up over 14% for prices. Demand is up. and supply is down. So all of those numbers throughout for year-to-date numbers have been very good. No complaints there. March did show some signs of slowing in some of the areas, demand and prices being most notable there. But still throughout the year to date, Lakeview is looking very good for single-family homes. Condos, not as much. Supply, which is true across many areas, has been down. But demand has been down and prices are down a little bit. Prices are down 1%. So nothing horrible, but not great either. Market time is down and sales to list ratio is up. So a little bit of a mixed bag for Lakeview. And hopefully we see these numbers, condos turn around and single family homes keep on trucking. So the MLS area 8022, which primarily encompasses Bucktown and Logan Square, single family homes, the demand has been down almost by a third. Now supply is also down a little bit more than that, so those two kind of cancel each other out and are not a major concern. But it is a sign of the things in the larger metro area. There's been less sales compared to last year, and supply levels are down substantially. Prices have been up, though, 16%, so that's great for single-family homes there. And market time is down, and sales list ratio is up, so that's great. Condos, very much a similar story. So prices are not up quite as much, but they're up 9%, which is great. The demand is also down about 18%, but supply is down 22%. So again, those cancel each other out. All in all, a good year thus far for this area, and hopefully things continue. MLS area 8024, which is definitely the squirreliest of all MLS areas. It includes Westtown, Wicker Park, Ukrainian Village, River West, and Noble Square. Is following actually a similar pattern to its neighbor to the north, which is the Bucktown, Logan Square areas. Supply is down and demand are also down. They kind of cancel each other out. Prices are up over 15% for single-family homes, which is great. And market time is down, sales to list ratio is up. So all in all, for single-family homes, a pretty good report card. Condos, prices are pretty flat. They're up just slightly. Demand and supply kind of cancel each other out a little bit. But market time is down and sales to list ratio is up. So all in all, having a pretty good year. Condos could see some higher prices hopefully come in to see some appreciation, but no major complaints going on for this area. So MLS area 8005, this is Roscoe Village, St. Ben's, and NorthCenter. The single-family homes actually have seen the largest drop-off in supply of any of the areas that I track, almost down 50%. Demand is also down, but it's canceled out by the lack of supply. Prices are up almost 25%, so no complaints there whatsoever year to date. And market time is down, over 80%. So these numbers are a little bit all over the board. But sales to list ratio is up, and I think it's an area in demand and really low supply levels, lower than most other areas for single-family homes. So condos, demand is also down, but supply is down to a much greater extent, so not anything to be concerned with there. Prices are up a little over 5%. So good, solid number, nothing knocking the ball out of the park, but doing okay. And market time is also down with sales to list ratio up. So pretty good sledding so far for this area, and hopefully we see these numbers continue. Lincoln Square, for single-family homes, has been having a very good year so far. Prices are up over 26%. Demand is up 31% with supply being down. So all in all, other than market time being up just slightly, not much at all. Single family homes have been having a very good year. Now, condos in all of the areas except for the most important one being price are doing well. Prices for condos thus far are down about 5%. So would really, this area for condos kind of took it on the chin last year in 2021. So really hoping to see condos in this area on the whole turn it around and get into some positive territory. But all the other numbers for condos are looking good, and single family homes look great. So MLS area 8028, which is the West Loop and University Village areas. So condos and townhomes, all in all, have been having a good year so far. So supply has been down with demand being up a little over 5%. Prices are up solid versus last year. Again, none of these numbers are knocking the ball out of the park, but they are good, solid numbers. Market time has been down a little bit, and sales to list ratio is up slightly. Demand was down a little bit in March, so signs that things may be slowing a little bit, but all in all, a good, solid year in this area so far. MLS area 8008. So this is River North, Gold Coast, Old Town, and Streeterville. This area had started out last year very, very poorly, finished strong, and has continued the winning ways into the new year here. So through March, supply has been down, but demand is up over almost 42% actually. And when that happens, you see prices go up. So prices are up over 15%. Market time is up slightly, and sales to list ratio is down, but arguably the three most important things are all looking solid. And they were good for March as well as year to date. So that puts a wrap on the Chicago 2022 market report. If you do have any questions, or if you'd like to find out more about what your personal home is worth, please reach out to me via email at dave@thenimicteam.com. Thanks.